Welcome students to this series of lectures on engineering thermodynamics. This is our first lecture on first unit, that is laws of thermodynamics. In this unit, you are going to study different laws of thermodynamics and how to apply these laws to some practical system and some hypothetical system. What will be the course outcome? Students will be able to apply laws of thermodynamics to various processes and real systems. So basically in this unit we are going to understand different laws of thermodynamics, prerequisite requires for these laws of thermodynamics, and after that we are going to apply these laws to some practical problems, basic practical problems using different idealization and approximation. So we are not going to solve some complex numericals, but there will be some basic numericals on these laws of thermodynamics. So our main target is to understand these laws and significance of these laws of thermodynamics. So what is thermodynamics? It is science which deals with study of heat and work interaction and their conversion. So thermodynamics deals with understanding of heat interaction, understanding of work interaction and their conversion to have some practical application. Now you can see one image. So obviously it is car. What is function of car? Car is used to transfer people or goods from one place to another. So what is requirement? There must be some pulling force to car and there will be displacement of car. So basically work done by the car to move certain mass from one place to another. Now to move that mass, on account of heat interaction there will be movement of that mass. So heat interaction is converted into work interaction. Now you can understand fuel is provided to car and after combustion of that fuel heat energy is generated and there will be conversion of that heat energy by using different mechanism, engine and so on. So ultimately that heat energy is converted into work interaction and by using that work interaction there will be movement of that particular mass from one place to another. So whenever there is displacement of mass but due to applied force there will be work done. So heat energy provided to car is converted into work interaction. So how much heat energy is required, how to convert that heat energy into useful work, is there total conversion of heat energy into useful work, that we are going to study in this subject. So this is one of the application of thermodynamics. Second, you can see refrigerator. This is household refrigerator. What is function of this refrigerator? It is used to maintain temperature of certain refrigerated space below ambient temperature. Means temperature of this refrigerated space is less than that of the atmospheric temperature. Now how to achieve this function? To achieve this function we must extract heat from that refrigerated space. Now to extract that heat, on account of work supplied to the compressor of this refrigerator, there will be such heat interaction. Means again there will be conversion of work interaction into heat interaction. So how much amount of heat is to be extracted, and to extract that heat how much amount of work is to be provided to that refrigerator. So that all calculation will be done by using these laws of thermodynamics. Okay, so there will be heat engine, there will be refrigerator, there will be heat pump, and how to analyze these different systems quantitatively we need to go through these laws of thermodynamics. So these are certain basic application of thermodynamics. So basically it is science which deals with work interaction and heat interaction. So next part, energy interaction. Now in thermodynamics there are only two types of energy interactions. One is heat interaction and second will be the work interaction. Energy. So obviously you know about energy. Energy is capacity of system or ability of system to perform work. Now in thermodynamics there will be two types of energy interaction. Now first example, you can see cup of tea. Now tea is at higher temperature, atmosphere is at lower temperature, so there is temperature difference. So due to that temperature difference there will be transfer of energy from hot tea to the atmosphere, and that transfer of energy due to temperature difference is nothing but heat interaction. So this is first form of energy in our thermodynamics, that is first form of energy interaction, that is heat interaction. So we can define heat interaction as whenever there is temperature difference within system, within body, or between two bodies, or between system and surrounding, there will be transfer of energy from high temperature to low temperature, and that transfer of energy due to temperature difference is nothing but heat interaction. Next, work interaction. Now work interaction in very basic sense, whenever there is displacement of boundary, there is work interaction. Okay, so whenever there is application of force and there is movement of certain mass, it is called as work. Now you can see this example. This is piston and cylinder arrangement. So in state 1, the position of piston is somewhat upward position, and in state 2, the position of piston is downward. So you can see, if I want to move from state 1 to 2, I need to push that piston in downward direction. So due to that force applied on the piston, there will be change in certain properties. For example, there will be increase in pressure, there will be decrease in volume. So due to application of force, there will be displacement of boundary of that system, means there will be certain displacement due to application of force or due to application of pressure, and that is nothing but work interaction. So there will be two interaction, heat interaction, work interaction. You can understand that whenever there is temperature difference, there will be heat interaction, and whenever there is displacement of boundary, there will be work interaction. Simple. And both are these are energy interaction. So there are two types of energy interaction: heat interaction and work interaction. Okay, so let's move to another point. System, surroundings and boundaries. Okay, so in thermodynamics we are going to analyze certain system, certain application and so on. So first of all, you need to define the particular region in which you are going to analyze your, or in which you are going to apply laws of thermodynamics. So system is a part of universe under your thermodynamic analysis. Okay, so this is system, and the part of universe excluding system is nothing but surrounding. Okay, system is the part of or space of universe under your thermodynamic analysis, and all the remaining part of the universe is called as surrounding. Then the layer which separates system from surrounding is nothing but boundary. Now always remember, these boundaries can be rigid, can be flexible, or it can be imaginary also. Okay, so boundaries separate system from surrounding, and these properties or different properties of this boundary defines which type of system it is. Okay, so system, surrounding, universe, and system boundaries. Now next part, types of system. Now open system, if you consider classroom, if you consider your classroom with open doors and open windows, so there can be mass interaction. Now atmospheric air can come in from surrounding, atmospheric air can go out from system. So if there is mass interaction, there is also heat interaction, or there is also work interaction. So if we allow mass interaction and energy interaction, or if boundaries of system allow mass interaction and energy interaction, now these type of systems are called as open systems. Second part, closed system. Now just close doors and windows of the classroom, so there will be no mass interaction, but heat energy can come in or go out from through the walls of the classroom. So this is example of closed system. Now in closed system, there is no mass interaction, so mass of the system remains constant, but there can be a energy interaction. Okay, so piston cylinder arrangement is one of the example of closed system in which you can perform work by pushing that piston in downward direction. You can also transfer heat through walls of cylinder or piston, but there will be no interaction of mass. Okay, so closed piston cylinder arrangement can be an example of closed system. Next point, isolated system. Now if boundaries of systems are rigid, for example thermoflux, there will be no motion of the boundaries, so you cannot transfer work to the system. walls of cylinder or walls of thermoflask are insulated, so there will be no heat interaction. Also, it is completely closed system, so there will be no mass interaction. So basically, mass interaction is restricted, work interaction is restricted, and heat interaction is also restricted. So neither mass can transfer nor energy can transfer, or such system is called as isolated system. So always remember, properties of such isolated system remains constant throughout the time interval. So these are three types of system. Open system, there will be mass interaction, there will be energy interaction. Closed system, there will be energy interaction, but there will not be any mass interaction. So mass of the system remains constant. Then isolated system, neither mass interaction nor energy interaction. Different properties of system remains constant. Mass of the system remains constant, and total energy content of the system also remains constant. So these are three types of system. Now one miscellaneous system is there, it is called as adiabatic system. Now consider piston cylinder arrangement. Now cylinder, walls of cylinders are insulated, so there will be no heat interaction. Piston is also insulated, again there will be no heat interaction through piston, also through walls of cylinder also, and it is closed system, so basically there will be no mass interaction. So you can call it as closed system, but you cannot call it as isolated system, because piston can move inside the cylinder, so we can perform work on the system, or system can perform work. So work interaction is there, heat interaction is not there as the walls of the cylinders are insulated, and mass interaction is also not there. So this particular type of system is called as adiabatic system. How? Because there is only work interaction, it restricts heat interaction and it restricts mass interaction also. So it comes between closed system and isolated system, that is adiabatic system. So you need to understand this word adiabatic. So whenever you come across this adiabatic word, adiabatic means there will be no heat interaction and there will be only work interaction. Always remember. So these are three types of system: open system, closed system, isolated system. You must know example of isolated system, that is thermoflask, and then adiabatic system, you must know example of adiabatic system, that is insulated piston cylinder arrangement. So thank you friends. So we are done with our first lecture. Next lecture we will study about what is property, what are the different properties, how to classify these properties, what is state of the system, how it is defined, and what is process. Thank you.